Okay, it's 9:15 on Saturday. We're at Dragonmeet. The doors are going to open in about 15 minutes, so that should be just long enough for me to bomb around and point the camera at what is currently going on. So there's us, Space Gear, it's Pukeapocalypse, Hobgoblin, all the goodness. Let's wander around. So Dragonmeet, if you're not aware, is primarily an RPG based convention. Until, well, this year, they were in the Novotel Hotel in London, and they've moved up to the Excel Centre, which is where we are. So you can see it's a considerable sized hall. Remains to be seen how much of a good idea that was. Obviously they want to grow the convention, looking to spread out, and they're going to need more space to get more people. So Forbidden Psalm. So yeah, obviously there is some minis stuff around here. You'll see a lot of it's mostly RPGs. We've got Realms of Tiberian Age of Kings.
The owners of a Suzuki and a Skoda that still parked outside in no delay need to move their vehicles immediately, or Excel security is going to get very, very annoyed.
So the excellent people of Playtest UK, that's one of our Discord members, creating a splendid volleyball game. You can check out the Discord and playtest. I imagine have playtests of it here, although here is in the past, so that's not necessarily useful information to you. But swing by the Discord to check it out. So over here we've got Doomsong, Lone Wolf Dudes on a Map game. That's a curious way of engaging with that particular world. And I say that as somebody who was a fan of Lone Wolf as a child and would like to see more done with it, but still, yeah, not sure how that really works. So that's that side of the hall. There's Mike titivating our stand. We've got Monte Cook down there. No Thank You Evil. So those look to be mainly RPGs. Not that I have a problem with RPGs or anything. I'm just trying to whiz round and tag the various mini stuff. So there's some minis there from Mama Factory. I can't quite get a handle on, like, Mama Factory seem to be RPGs. They do a lot of minis, and that's one of the things I think that's interesting about Dragonmeet and the fact that it's trying to go bigger. Is there is inherently a crossover of people who pick up minis for RPGs, learn a bit of tactical resolution, and sort of have the basics of playing a minis game. So there is a crossover, I think, for more narratively driven minis games and RPGs these days. I don't know, it seems to me that there's more minis being sort of picked up by RPG gamers. There certainly seem to be more STL campaigns on Kickstarter that are Oh yeah, there we go. There's Crooked Dice. What have we got? Horror, near future, pulp, time travelers. Lots of 7TV stuff. Lads Army. Played 7TV a few times, and Rebellion, Joyride. Played 7TV a few times, and I really like the system. I think the system itself, the underlying mechanics, are one of the smartest sort of mechanical systems I've seen in a long time. It always seems to fall down on the unit profiles and the scenarios, which sort of makes it a really makes it a really difficult one for me to want to go back and engage with and give more hobby time to, because it's like, oh well, if one of these scenarios and one of these unit sets actually sings and works, this is going to be a great game. But each one that I pick up doesn't quite click, so I'm sure I could write one myself, but if I'm writing games myself, then I'm writing my own games, you know? Still, I love the system. I love a bit of pulp gaming, so I'm sure I'll keep coming back to it. So, around here. Bad Squiddo Games. I thought we're here. That said, I've just been booking our stand at Salute, so there's a non-zero chance my perception of who should and shouldn't be in this hall is crossed over with who should and shouldn't be in the Salute hall. So, Loke Battle Mats. I've got some of the Loke Battle Mats books. They are very good for throwing down a quick table for an RPG or a minis game.
This is your 5-minute warning. Everything must be on the aisles and everything must be shiny clean Thank you.
Okay, so that is the hall at Dragonmeet. If you've seen some of our other roundup videos of the large conventions, or if you've been to some of the bigger cons, you'll see that it's no Salute or UKGE. But like I say, this might be a transition year for them. They're clearly trying to grow the con, you know, and they need to move somewhere where they have the room to do that. So this is something they've had to do if they want to sort of step this up to the size of the big boys. But I don't know, in the Novotel it felt big and impressive and intimate, and like they had an enormous number of people and they were a serious contender. In this space, they feel smaller than they are, and the crowds outside don't look gargantuan. So, but we'll see. I'll do a roundup maybe at the end of the day, or when I'm back at base. Hopefully some of you are going to be here today. If so, hopefully you stopped by and said hello. Yeah, say hello to that maniac. Yeah, so this is Dragonmeet. We'll see how the day goes, and thanks for watching. Bye.